Hello students, today we are going to start with the second chapter of organic chemistry for standard 12th, that is alcohol, phenols and ethers. Alcohols are classes of compounds which find wide application in industry as well as in our day-to-day life. In this slide, we can see the use of a sanitizer. This is a common scene these days. To keep our hands clean when we touch any surfaces, either we make use of a hand wash or a hand sanitizer. Because the hand sanitizer can be used as a substitute for hand washing because of the antiseptic property shown by alcohols. We also find use of alcohol as a solvent in some of the medicines. The common one which we use are cough syrups. This picture over here shows 10% of alcohol's presence in the cough syrup. This is the reason why we feel sleepy when we have cough syrup. In this picture again, we are seeing a use of a 12% of alcohol in a tonic syrup. We would have surely heard about Woodward's gripe water. It was also having earlier presence of alcohol. Now we have alcohol-free gripe waters available. Along with this, we also find something called as alcohol pads. These are the ones which are used to clean the surfaces. To clean the surfaces, we go to make use of this alcohol pads. So it's just like cotton pads which are soaked in alcohol, which can be directly used to clean any surfaces. The moment I introduce the chapter alcohol, phenols and ethers to you, the first thought that would have come to your mind is about alcohol as beverage. Yes, alcohols are used as beverages. Here is a picture which shows the clarity about use of this alcohol in various hot drinks. But at the same time, we need to also know about use of this as a medicine, which we have earlier seen in this slide. So, if you go to see when it is used as a medicine, it's almost has got maximum, it can have 28% of alcohol present in it. Some of the whiskey brands, which is a hot drink, has got a presence of 50% alcohol. Champagne has 9% alcohol present in it. Claret has got 8% alcohol and beer is just 5% of alcohol. The pictures beside that shows wine bottles. Now, there are many houses in which wine is homemade and is used as a very good appetizer. Down below is a picture of different types of wine, white wine, red wine, and these can be obtained from various plant products like that of rice, maize, some of the fruits like blueberries, grapes. So from various type of plant fruits and even flowers, wines can be extracted. Although we have discussed about alcohol as a beverage, we have to know that alcohol or alcoholic drinks are very dangerous for human body. We see all kinds of effect of alcoholism on a human body. It affects our brain, heart, lungs, muscles, pancreas, and more, our liver and stomach. Hence, please stay away from alcohol and alcoholic drink. In this picture, we can see mint leaves, what we also call as pudina. Most of the time, we use this in summer days to give us a cooling and refreshing effect. One of the important content which is present over here, which actually gives this cooling and refreshing effect, is menthol. The chemical structure of menthol is shown over here. This is the same component which is present in mint leaves. Thus, the same component is then prepared chemically and are obtained as menthol crystals. These menthol crystals are used in various products to give this refreshing and cooling effect. We know that mint gives freshness and cooling effect. Hence, we find use of this menthol crystals in various day-to-day use things like that of shampoos. We find its use in the oil as well as some of the cough drops that we make use of. At the same time, such kind of menthol crystals are available for multi-purpose use. Next, everyday used compound is glycerol. Glycerol is found to be used in various ways, like in food industry. There are a number of different uses of glycerol in food industry. It can be used as a sweetener in drinks. It has been also used in confectionaries to prevent sugar crystallization. Additionally, it is often used as a solvent for food coloring and higher levels can have preservative effect. Glycerol is also found to be used in personal care products like that of soap or that of a toothpaste. It is added in the toothpaste in order to improve its smoothness. We also find it used in a hair care products. We also find that glycerol products are being used as a precursor to explosives. Glycerol can be reacted with a mixture of sulfuric acid and nitric acid to produce nitroglycerin, an explosive liquid commonly used in dynamite and other propellants. We also find the use of a glycerol in antifreeze. Glycerol was historically used as an antifreeze since it can form strong hydrogen bonds with water, lowering the freezing point. It was succeeded by ethylene glycol, which is now commonly used as an antifreeze agent. Here are some of the examples of skincare and hair care products which has got presence of glycerine or glycerol in it. Glucose is a very well known example of a compound falling under this category. We find the chemical structure over here in this slide. At the same time, we all know that we must have had this powder some or the other time in our life, and that's the glucon D powder, which we see. This is nothing but glucose powder. It's a white color crystalline powder that we can see over here in this picture. This slide shows the chemical structure of ethylene glycol, which is commonly used as an anti-freeze coolant, especially in the cold countries, wherein this helps in lowering down the freezing point of water. We know water is used in the vehicles in order to bring down the temperature, but since in the cold countries, water may freeze. Use of alcohol, that is ethylene alcohol, along with water is going to bring down or lower down the freezing point of water, which will not allow the water from the vehicle to freeze, and hence it will be helping better functioning of the vehicle. We always talk about renewable and non-renewable sources of energy. As we make use of fuel, we know that this is a non-renewable source of energy, be it petrol or that of diesel, because these are fossil fuels, and after some time surely they are going to be exhausted, and hence we have to look out for a better option which is there for a fuel. Biodiesel is one such word which you must have come across. Some of the countries have already gone for preparation of this biodiesel. Basically, biodiesel is the one which is obtained from the plant products. So basically, from the plant products, the alcohol content is extracted, and this is the one which is used as a fuel. So here we find another use of alcohol based product as a biofuel, which is the future of renewable energy source. This slide shows a chemical structure for cholesterol. High cholesterol is associated with an elevated risk of cardiovascular diseases that can include coronary heart disease, stroke, and peripheral vascular diseases. High cholesterol has also been linked to diabetes and high blood pressure. Here in this slide, we see cross section of arteries. The first picture shows a cross section of an artery wherein the flow of the blood is restricted because of the yellow mass which is present over here, which is nothing but cholesterol. In the next picture, a normal artery is being shown and an artery which has been narrowed because of a presence of cholesterol along the side walls of the arteries. Let me not go much in detail about the biology involved over here in the cholesterol study, but let me tell you there are two types of cholesterol. One is called as a good cholesterol and the other one is bad cholesterol. Good cholesterol is HDL cholesterol and LDL cholesterol is a bad cholesterol. Presence of this HDL is not uh, obstructing the normal functioning of an artery, neither it gets deposited on the side walls of the arteries. Hence, it does not restrict normal functioning of the artery. Whereas LDL cholesterol, which is called as a bad cholesterol, gets deposited on the side walls of the artery, and hence it narrows down the path for the flow of blood, which then causes stroke or heart attack in a long run. The cotton used for fabrics, the paper we use for writing are all made up of compound containing OH groups. Here is the polymeric structure of cellulose which is present in cotton and that of paper. To summarize the use of one such alcohol, we are taking example of ethanol. Ethanol is present in many of the alcoholic drinks, including beer or that of wine. We also see its use as a solvent for paints, for varnishes, and in the perfumes. We find it being used as a biofuel for vehicles, and also this alcohol on oxidation gives ethanoic acid, and this ethanoic acid can be further used for preserving food and making esters.